What are you voting for? They call us dogs. They call us enemies in the house. So does that mean you are a dog? So does that mean you are an enemy in the house? If not, then what are you voting for? We are Southern Cameroonians. Elections are for citizens of La République du Cameroun.
Will your vote bring back Grandma Happy? Will your vote bring back baby and Darlene? Will your vote bring back baby Martha? Will your vote bring back the children in Gabon? Will your vote bring back the children of St. Francis School in Kumba?
We are not citizens of La République du Cameroun. We have never been citizens of La République du Cameroun. Our ancestor Molanjo Litumbe reminded us that Jumba no be married. Our ancestor Dr. Oendele reminded us to never vote for death in La République du Cameroun.
Will your vote bring back Grandma Happy? Will your vote bring back baby and Darlene? Will your vote bring back baby Martha? Will your vote bring back the children in Gabon? Will your vote bring back the children of St. Francis School in Kumba?
What are you voting for? Your vote in La République du Cameroun elections means all our brothers and sisters should die in La République prison. Are you happy that thousands of our brothers and sisters are in La République prison? Are you happy that more than 60,000 of our parents, brothers, sisters and children have been killed by La République du Cameroun? Are you happy that over 200 of our villages have been burned by La République du Cameroun? Think about this very well. Is this what you want?
Will your vote bring back Grandma Happy? Will your vote bring back baby and Darlene? Will your vote bring back baby Martha? Will your vote bring back the children in Gabon? Will your vote bring back the children of St. Francis School in Kumba?
Hello, Lovett. Good morning. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're once more welcome to this impromptu session. Please just share as you join and let us brainstorm together. Like I said in any of my live shows, if you want to join live, you can always send me an invite and I will accept you. So you're welcome. You have your right to your opinion. You have the right to say whatever you want to say. You have the right to contrast my ideas, and you have the right to support my ideas. But you must be civil, and you must also be smart with whatever you're bringing. Don't come here to show us how empty your head is, because there are many people that carry heads with nothing inside. Hey, Sheriff, ya cafe day, Pidoloko, respect. Please share as you join. Today, I just want us to talk about the ballot box in the Cameroon context. Is the ballot box the solution for Cameroon's problem? Paul, you're welcome. Vinso, you're welcome. Pato, you're welcome. Please, you can also join the live show if you want. You send me an invite and I'll let you in. Yes, so you're all welcome. Oh my goodness. Yeah. This is booming. Don Kings, Rich Lane, you're welcome. On a pleasant day. All right, so today we'll be talking about DJ Flex, Bill Johnson, Fastus. You guys are welcome. Usman, your place day. Benedict, greetings. Kelvin, Pascaline, Gabriel, Kenyam, Festus, Oriarept. Sorry if I don't pronounce your names very well, but I'm having so much fun with the names as they are popping. Snoop, yeah, so many names, man. I cannot be able to read them all. If I don't read your name, don't think that you are less important. It's just because they are too fast and I cannot grasp all of them. But I want us to talk about something very important here that that can instill some maybe way forward in the brains of many Cameroonese. And my topic for today is just very simple. If the ballot box is a panacea for Cameroon's problem, because there are many people who are thinking that the ballot box is a panacea to Cameroon's problem. When I was still thinking like I am a Cameroonian, I had that same belief also. I had that same joy. I had that same moral. You know, I was elevated and say ejaculated by that idea of the ballot box being a panacea to Cameroon's problem, the ballot box being a way that we can get the terrorist or the vampire Paul Biya out of power. But many years proved that not to be correct. Thank you for the flowers. Thank you for the love. Thank you so much. I enjoy it. Thank you for the diamonds. Thank you so much. I enjoy them. If I don't say thank you, don't think I don't enjoy them. I also enjoy them like any other person would do. It's just that I cannot be stopping to say thank you and all of it. But I am seeing all of them. I'm seeing the love. I'm seeing the diamonds. I'm seeing the rose. I'm seeing the what again? Many things that I don't even know the meaning. This live or this TikTok of a thing, I don't even know how it goes. My problem is just to put it on there and then I'm talking to people. How it goes, I know nothing more, nothing less than that. So, yeah, we will be talking about this Cameroon issue, and because I hear people like, let's get a strong coalition. Let's get a strong coalition, and then we'll be able to kick Paul Biya out. Let's do this. Let's do that. Oh, Issa Chiruma. Oh, Kamto. Oh, the other one. I don't even know their names. Forgive me. I think I know Issa Chiruma. I know Kamto. I know who again? Bello Buba. I know this sick Ambazonian who think that who is intellectually dishonest. Akeremuna. And then who again do I know? Who again? I think there's another one that used to be popular, like Cabri or something like that. Yeah, I know them. So what I'm saying is this. I think the Cameroon's problem is not the ballot box. Cameroon's problem is bigger than the ballot box. It's far more wilder than the ballot box. You see, Cameroon had a fear, and that first fear is what they call Nusu. That's we, the Ambazonian people, as we are struggling to get away from their grabs, from this political charade, from this political shame, as we are struggling to make sure that we build ourselves a better country for our kids, as we are trying to make sure that we find a space for us that has some political sense of purpose, they are afraid. And the other, then inside Cameroon itself, the other two parts that they are afraid of is the North and the Bamilikes. They pose a lot of threat. You believe me that before this election wahala started, the North has been agitating. The youth of the North, they were already hungry. The youth in the North, they were already like, we are doing much and we are getting less. We pay taxes, we don't have roads. The same dilapidation that is happening everywhere was happening also in the North. And they were like, we are going to carve ourselves our own country. We are going to get out of that Yaoundé clique and whatsoever. And it is easy for them because they are just beside a Chad and they can easily have the materials they need. So in order to pacify the North, Paul Biya and his clique, let me tell you, Issa Chiruma, Bello Buba, they are two arms of the same body. Paul Biya, all of them are in the same clique. Don't think that anything is different. Don't you think that anything is different? They are of the same clique. So when they notice that the North was agitating so much and there's so much want their freedom, and if they start, this is their low-trained military, this is their uncivilized military, this is their unpatriotic military, will not be able to fight the Ambazonian people and still fight the North. So they had to send Issa Chiruma and Bello Buba to go and pacify the North. So when they get to the North now, they will divide the intention of these youths. Sorry? They will divide the attention of these youths who are clamoring for a free North part of whatever they call it. So Issa Chiruma will go there and try to talk on behalf of those youths. Bello Buba will go also and try to talk on behalf of those youths. Please, you people should not be angry. You people should calm down. I'm coming now to take over. Instead, you people should support me. Let's take over, and then we'll have our problem solved. This might be a solution to the outcry of the youth in the North that might buy Cameroon some time. Bello Buba will be singing the same thing there, and then those youths who were clamoring and making those audios that you and I had heard, threatening Yaoundé that they are going to boycott everything and form their own nation that suits them, they will see like, oh, this is one of all. This is one of us. Bello Buba is one of us. Issa Chiruma is one of us. Let us support them to make sure that they gain this power in Yaoundé, and that will stop the agitation that is coming from the North. That is why they do. Don't be surprised that the Bello Buba know, Issa Chiruma knows that even if they form a coalition and all of them are, or let's say Chiruma or Bello Buba is the head of that coalition, Paul Biya will still win. Because like I say, the result of that election has already been typed and they are filed somewhere already, waiting to be read. So there is nothing that will change from what has been typed. Don't be surprised that when that day comes and they announce that Paul Biya is the president of Cameroon, that they have re-elected Paul Biya, Issa Chiruma or Bello Buba will stand up and say, based on the election results that have been read, he is putting all his weight behind the elected president, Paul Biya, and he will be made Minister of Territorial Administration. I am always a prophet, but people don't always look at me as a prophet. And he will be made Minister of Territorial Administration. Bello Buba will come there and say, oh, based on this and that, he has also been overwhelmed with the electoral results, and he's putting all his support and asking all his supporters to support the elected candidate. and he will be made minister of whatever, and that will end it. The North will go back to their same shame and everything. Then the second people that Paul Biya was afraid of were the Bamli case. The Bamli case, you see, because the Bamli case are people who know what they want. They might be mingling amongst Cameroonians, but those are people who are very focused. The Bamli case, they know what they want, and when they want something, they always go for it. So that's why they were so much afraid of this man called Kamto. They were afraid of the Pope. They were not afraid of Kamto himself as Kamto. They were afraid of the power behind Kamto. They were afraid of the force behind Kamto, because they know that that force can generate to something else. Because Kamto is Paul Biya is Kamto. Don't you forget that Kamto is the godfather of one of the fathers, the kids of Paul Biya. Don't you forget that Kamto himself was the guy who was in the head of the so-called electoral codes that were drawn. So they were afraid of that force behind Kamto. Why I'm saying this is because, you see, when they made this their game behind and sidelined Kamto, one would think that because of the force that Kamto had, Kamto is not different from Nijon Frunzi. They are all, in fact, there is no opposition party in Cameroon. There is no opposition party in Cameroon that had been known from the beginning. We were only deceived by those we thought that were opposition leaders. They were barely politics people. I remember when the election came and Nijon Frunzi won, we stood in Bamenda and we told Nijon Frunzi, if Paul Biya is clearing this result, we know that it is your election. You have the power, you have the masses. Get everybody on the street, and this thing will be solved. No, I hold my Bible, we are going to go to court, we are going to do this. You see, those are people that you can be prepared to give your neck for them, but they are running away with their finger. They are running away from any small pain that can touch their finger. But other people are prepared to give their necks for them. These are not politicians. What Cameroon needs is not even politician. Cameroon needs a rebel leader. Cameroon needs a political leader who thinks like a rebel. A political leader who can adjust and do everything to get the victory that he so or she so deserves. A political leader that is not afraid to die. A political leader that has been baptized to free the Cameroon people. That is what they need. They do not need men in suit. They do not need men in white cloth or white cassocks. They need people who can jump into the mud. Cameroon need men who can jump into the mud and do this heavy lifting. So they were afraid. One would think that with the mass that Kamto would have gone out on the street and said, no, this is already a sign of this electoral fraud that is coming out. But you see, he just chickened away and he's just making his things like normal, because what he is gaining has not stopped. What he's gaining from it has not reduced. So there is no reason why he should not be playing the game as he had been playing. That's why I'm saying that there's no opposition in Cameroon. And then if you are in a position, you already know that the election has been rigged, and you are still participating in it. It means you have accepted that you should go out there and legitimize the rigging, because the election results are already there. The election results are already filed, and Paul Biya is the victor. Paul Biya is the victor of that election, and there is no candidate that will say he or she doesn't know. I think there are only he's. There is no she, for as far as I know. And you see, people you think that carries a head with brains are still running behind it, telling people to go and register to vote, a sham. Akeremuna, when I look at that man, he's just like his father. So just that name alone signifies what they carry, because that is intellectual dishonesty. That is intellectual dishonesty. Because the world will see that yes, there was an election, people went out and voted, and Paul Biya has been pronounced. But you knew before. Let me tell you, the DOs and the SDOs are all CPDM. They are all CPDM. And these are the people who controls the election. They might vote, they might call other people, call other names. These are the people who control the election. They're all CPDMs. The ministers that have been appointed by the so-called Paul Biya are all CPDMs. When you look at the amount of money that these ministers are putting for Paul Biya to run again as a presidential candidate, it will baffle you. A minister is putting 50 million francs CFA in support of the candidacy of Paul Biya. Minister, this is not a businessman, this is a minister. If a minister is able to cough out 50 million in support of the candidature of Paul Biya, now, how much is in his bank or her bank? If he's able to cough out 50 million, to spare 50 million in support of Paul Biya's candidacy, they know that he's got more than 1 billion in his account, that he can spare 50 million. 50 million is chicken change to him, is money for breakfast. So you think that these guys who are in this Equipe Nationale de Simba will want to leave somebody from nowhere to come and take over and start asking them, you became minister and after 2 years you built this house, you bought this, you did this, you did this, where did you get the money? They know that all of them will be in prison. And so if it is that a different person should come by, then Paul Biya should stay. And that is why you see all of them are behind Paul Biya, because they know that they are future prisoners if a different presidential candidate or a different person takes over. If Issa Chiruma takes over, nothing has changed. If Bello Buba takes over, nothing has changed, because they are in the same national equipe. Issa Chiruma is the same thief, Bello Buba is the same thief, they are all the same. They are all the same. So nothing will change. Now, the panacea for Cameroon is for all Cameroonians to go out there. It's for them to go out there and in a high demonstration to take back what is theirs. Because the ballot box cannot remove Paul Biya from that seat. Civil disobedience can remove Paul Biya from that seat. Buying of materials to defend yourselves can remove Paul Biya from that seat. But going out that you are going to vote Paul Biya out, that's something that can never happen. I'm telling you, even if they announce Paul Biya death today and he's being laid in the mortuary and they say Paul Biya is standing for the elections, just putting his picture, these people are so crazy that they'll still read the election that Paul Biya won, even when Paul Biya is no more. Then you see the amount of craziness that is there. So, Cameroonians, stop deceiving yourself that you are going to vote Paul Biya out. Be preparing to take him out, dead or alive. Because that man, if his own daughter can come out, if his own daughter can come out to tell you what she is feeling about her own father, they know that it is rotten, know that the center can no longer hold. There is another post that the daughter made that the father is treating her just like he treats Noso, just like he treats the people of Ambazonia. Some people took that like it was just what? That girl like that, you see what a parent can do to a child. You see what, when I look at her, I feel very sorry for her. She's traumatized. She's traumatized. Sometimes it's better not to be born in a certain family. Sometimes. Because she's in hell. She's in hell. So guys, take it very cool on her and let her just keep doing what she can do to help her country. But what I'm saying is this, guys, start preparing. Camerooners, start preparing to take your future on your hands, because elections cannot help you. The ballot box cannot help Cameroon. You must be able to have the liver. Stop bread and sardine. You must be able to have the liver to go out there and do something for their unborn kids and do something for your own future. As for Ambazonians, we are gone. Gone are those days when you have seen Ambazonians on the street demonstrating, oh, Kamto must come back. And if we were still part of them, you would have seen us on the street. We would have died for Kamto. We would have died for that country. That's who we are. We are patriots. We are patriots. But brothers and sisters of the neighboring country, we are no longer there. But the fact that we are no longer there, we want to see a good neighboring country. That is the reason I preach to you today, that you should stand up, even without us, and do something. The Bamilekes can do it. The Bamilekes can do it because they are next to us. They have something little from us. Let them start building their groups in their villages, wherever, and stand for themselves. They can do it. They can do it. So I am, in a nutshell, trying to say, don't waste your time going to register for any election, because you are just going there to legitimize the king. I know when I said these things some years back, they said, no, this time around, things have changed. You think if that man win again, we are going to allow it to happen? Things have changed. Let us just go and vote. He will not. He cannot do this. The international organization is watching. He cannot. The same thing is being repeated. And I'm saying the same thing again. You are on your own. The so-called international organization don't care about you. Once Pobia is signing the part that they are raping you guys, everything will be okay. They see it. They know your pains. They see you guys drowning in the ocean trying to cross to America, or dying in the desert trying to come to Europe. They see it and they know the reasons why. But their economic interest is far above your death and whatsoever. So you have to stand up in GZ. GZ in La République du Cameroun, and take over what is yours. Yeah, sometimes they might ask the embassy or whatsoever to start looking for me, that I am preaching this. Look, I am no longer alive. I died in the 90s. So there is no fear. And when you have seen it all, there's nothing they can show you again. So please, get up, Ambazonian, La Republic citizens. Get up and take what is yours. And start talking to your brothers and sisters who are in the so-called Cameroon military, being paid 30,000, 50,000 to risk their lives for nothing. Because when you are standing up for a better Cameroon for all of them, not only for you. They will also enjoy it. Let them understand the need to be on your side. Start building small community groups in your villages. When that day reach, you come out. The hard work must begin now. It will not begin when Pobia announces that he has won. You have to start tilling that soil now, like this. So that when that day comes, you just need to tell the presidents of those Yanjangi groups or whatever they have formed around all villages that everybody out. And everybody will be out. And when you are out, don't believe in a Kamto. Don't believe in a Isa Churuma. Don't believe in anybody that has been around these diabolic people. They will not lead you to where you want to go. When that time comes, somebody who have your country at heart will appear. Somebody who has got your country at heart will appear. Not a lily-livered person. Somebody who is willing to go down to the mud, to die for you guys, to be free. You must sacrifice for freedom. That sacrifice is not on the ballot box. The ballot box is to legitimize the kingship of Paul Biya. Don't do it. With that, I will come to the end of this Cameroon nonsense and whatsoever. For Ambazonians, I want to tell them that we are doing good. Diplomatically, we are top. We are going fine. Let nobody distract you. Defensively, we are top. We are doing fine. Let nobody distract you. We are going good. If you see somebody who called himself the first slave, like called Prime Minister, You remember, in a country that is yours, if a prime minister, not up to a prime minister, is a DO, just a DO, not a senior divisional officer. If a DO is to visit a village, you know the joy. You know how people stand on the street that the DO is coming. When they hear the escort ride and we want, they run to the street. Everybody is in joy, and they give the program weeks before to get the population ready. You see, mamas and papas, they are coming with plantain, they are coming with wine, they are coming with things, and everybody is enjoying because they feel that that person represents them, and that person gets in like Jesus getting into Jerusalem, knowing that this is his territory. He has come to conquer. But when you see the first slave, John Guti, so-called prime minister, getting into Ambazonia and announcing it one day before and getting it like a thief, getting into somebody's house in the night, beat your chest and say it is because of you. You are winning. For us, yes, we are also hiding. We are hiding reason because colonial occupation forces are in our streets. If not, we'll come out triumphantly. But we are hiding because we are the ones beating them, trying to beat them out. But they are the ones telling us they are in control. They are the ones telling us that there is no mercy. There is no mercy, and you have 50 men around you, all of them bees, and there is no mercy. Then what would a common man do? So we are winning. We are in a good food. That land is ours. Abuse us that we are in the bush. Yes, we are in the bush because you guys have taken our land. We are in the bush because we want to beat you people out. And as long as it takes, you sneak in and sneak out, which means you are afraid of us, which means we are in control. Let nobody tell you otherwise. Let nobody tell you otherwise. In a nice country that the prime minister feels it is his, he would have landed, but in an airport where people are singing and waiting for him, driven through the commercial avenue and get some nice speech and whatsoever. My dear, your country is yours. You have shown Cameroon that you have liver. You are not francophones. You are not these Yaoundé Douala whatsoever guys that the bread and sardine is their stock food. We are men with balls. I want to doff my hat to all of you and to all the Ambazonian soldiers defending homeland. You guys are marvelous. You guys are making us proud. Their victory is yours. And when that time will come, you will realize that the sacrifice you had really worth it. Because there is nothing good in Cameroon. There's nothing good with Cameroon. And if you ask the first slave, he enjoyed the West Cameroon days in those days. If you ask him, since 1972, what is standing in Ambazonia today, then you can say thanks to Paul Biya, or thanks to this union, or this unholy union that we had with Cameroon. There is nobody that can tell me one thing that is standing in Ambazonia that has been built or that has been brought that is helping Ambazonians. But what they came and met, they destroyed all of it. All of it. Some of you don't know that we had been underdeveloped 50 years back from what we were when we joined these mad people. People with no political conscience. People with no moral standard. People with no ethics. People who don't know what it means to be patriotic. People who sleep in mud and get up and say, no, tomorrow this mud might be clean. They sleep on it again and get up to say, tomorrow this mud might be clean. They sleep on it. Procrastination. We are not those type of people. We are not wired like that. We are not built like that. We are a people who will say, no, let us do this thing now so that tomorrow our kids will not do it. That is why we fight. Because if you postpone it, your children will still grow in the same misery and even worse and still pick up arms. Why is the reason sending your soldiers to come and kill Ambazonians? What is the reason sending people's husbands and wives into Ambazonia to be killed by Ambazonian soldiers? When the next person coming after you might get into a constructive dialogue with us and solve this thing, then the so-called La Republic military that have died, that have bombed them from our territory, would have died in vain. Because as for us, there is no turning back. There is nothing that can bring us again together. There's nothing that can make you one day call Cameroon one with us as part of that sham. There's nothing. So why risk the lives of young men for 50,000 that you are paying them to come and be killed by Ambazonian soldiers, when this thing must end on the table and the root causes must be addressed? Because when you go to the table, you must address the root causes. And I bet you Cameroon has no answer for the root causes, because there is no document anywhere in any international jurisdiction that gives the right Cameroon the right to exercise her sovereignty over the peoples of Ambazonia. Period. There is nothing. There is no document anywhere, even in the United Nations, showing us as one entity. So, what would they be saying? At the end, they will have to leave. But at what expense? At what cost? Ladies and gentlemen, good day.
What are you voting? They call us dog. They call us enemies in the house. So does that mean you are a dog? So does that mean you are an enemy in the house? If not, then what are you voting for? We are Southern Cameroonians. Elections are for citizens of La Republique du Cameroun. citizens of La République du Cameroun. We have never been citizens of La République du Cameroun.
Our ancestor Molanjo Litumbe reminded us that Jumba no be married. Our ancestor Dr. Oendele reminded us to never vote for death in La République du Cameroun.
Will your vote bring back Grandma happy? Will your vote bring back baby and Dale? Will your vote bring back baby Martha? Will your vote bring back the children in Labu? Will your vote bring back the children of San Francisco Likumba?
What are you voting for? Your vote in La République du Cameroun elections means all our brothers and sisters should die in La République prison. Are you happy that thousands of our brothers and sisters are in La République prison? Are you happy that more than 60,000 of our parents, brothers, sisters and children have been killed by La République du Cameroun? Are you happy that over 200 of our villages have been burned by La République du Cameroun? Think about this very well. Is this what you want?
Will your vote bring back